Cameron's 3D Art Foundation class modeled mini armatures out of wire, tinfoil, and paper mache to represent students' emotions and finely painted and added details.
So we are doing figurative sculpture right now, and we are making human realistic sculptures, practicing a couple different sculpture techniques. We're learning about proportion and armature, which is sort of the skeleton of a sculpture. When we start with this, it helps us start with proportions, like accurate human proportions. And then from here, we start using tinfoil to sort of bulk up our sculptures. It's a really cheap material, so it's really nice to use for 3D projects. And then we'll be paper macheing these humans to help them look even more. We're using clothing, we'll be putting hair on them, all through paper mache.
Okay, so for this project, we basically made armature using wire, and then we paper mache them.
Probably like picking a pose and like getting to you can be completely creative with it. You can pick any pose, get any clothing, make, paint anything.
So this project sort of has a couple purposes. One is like learning these methods of sculpture, and two is practicing how we can represent humans and human emotion, human movement through 3D art. I do a lot of figure drawing in the other art classes, and I think it's, as artists, being able to have not only skills of making abstract art or representing landscape or objects, but being able to start thinking about and representing humans and human emotion, human experience, is just another layer that artists should have, in my opinion.
My sculpture was inspired by the legendary Bubujinjirukma. He is this myth, this legend that lived hundreds and thousands of years ago amongst my people. And he had the ability of flight, super strength, and he was basically a homie superhero. And yeah.
Because this is a 3D class, this felt like a really fun way for us to explore figurative art. And I also think it's exciting to be for artists to be able to make a little guy that's in a pose that represents them in some way, right? This person's gonna be in a handstand, and that feels fun to me. They're outside playing around, got a little yogi here. And so these sculptures can also say something about who we are as artists and give artists an opportunity to represent themselves in the artwork.
To come and see these models, come to our exhibition on December 7th, and they will be modeled in the old D&D case upstairs.